Hello, distinguished gents and gentlemenettes. Today we are building another innate-in workflow. I got some insider knowledge on certain problems that the construction industry is facing, and one of them is this thing called percent plan complete. Basically, it's the percentage of the tasks that are scheduled in a master schedule, and then finding out if those tasks were actually completed on that date or if completed at all, and then using that data to actually create a dashboard or some type of visual to inform upper level management about the completion of those scheduled tasks. So I remember I was reading kind of about this metric, and I thought it would be really cool to figure out a way to create an AI agent system in order to help this process of checking on the field workers, and seeing if the tasks that have been scheduled are actually completed. So I've already started to build a bit. I'm going to go over kind of my thoughts so far on how this structure is going to look, but I'm starting with a telegram trigger. And this is where we will basically do a fake mock-up version of having the bot text us. So in this case, we'll have the bot text through here in this YouTube trigger chat, and it will be as if I am a field worker. And I think after it goes ahead and it will text me and say, hey, here are the scheduled tasks for this week or for this day. I need a report by the end of the day to see if they actually got done. And it will be waiting for that, basically that chat trigger. So there's a couple of moving parts here. So I'll kind of just lay out my initial thinking. So I'm thinking we'll have a, instead of this as the telegram trigger, we could do some type of a scheduled trigger to check every hour or so. To basically initiate this agent to send out a text every hour. There's a couple of logic here we can do to make sure it's not overly spamming, but it's either that or we need to trigger it based on the field operations texting the agent on Telegram, but I'd rather have the agent be the one that's actually pestering the field workers to get them to give him updates as much as it can on the actual work. So maybe we'll do a scheduled trigger, and we'll do it for every, let's just say, 1 hour. And then I'm thinking we do a kind of a switch type. So let's flesh this out. So if we have a switch here, we could do, because I was thinking what we need to do is we need to create a database of tasks. We need to create a database of tasks and an actual schedule. Oh, this thing disappears. Interesting. Why does it disappear? I don't want it to disappear. If we have our trigger, I don't know why that's so big. And that will go into an agent. We could do a query interpreter agent again to basically figure out how to route it. So then this will go into a switch node, and this switch needs to go through a couple of different logics. But what are they all? Is the $1 million question. So we're going through a switch node, and we need, so one route is the gather field data we'll have that, and then another one, it would be update schedule, update master, update tasks in master schedule. And then this one would be what, like a create a dashboard or update dashboard. I feel like updating the tasks should already update the dashboard. So if we have if we have the agent just basically texting the workers respond back. Oh, Zoom, we have more done, sorry. So I went ahead and kind of rethought what I want to do. So instead of having a switch, I think we can just do two different triggers. So this up here will be the this will be the message field workers logic, and this is going to be for so we'll check current daily tasks. I don't know why I keep capitalizing everything. Check current daily tasks, and then it will basically craft messages, craft and send messages to the workers. Okay, and then that's kind of what that does. And then down here we're gonna do a let's move this up just a bit more. And then we can actually have this have a we'll make that guy blue, and this gun will be so this guy will handle worker responses. So here's a telegram trigger from when workers respond, and then he will go ahead and be in charge of updating tasks status based on worker response, and then also I guess kind of actually creating that percent plan complete calculation. Okay, so I guess what we could do next is kind of create a fake database for this agent to actually access. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So here is some, oh, that's too similar. Let's make that yellow. Fake database being created right now. Responsible trade. Let's go ahead and create some trades. We're doing so each of these guys will go ahead and we also should have trade workers. So this is what I'm kind of thinking. So this is going to be the tasks. Let's go ahead and get some fake data in here. Okay, we got that right there. Let's delete this. Task description. Concrete, electrical, painting, carpentry. Okay, cool. So let's just say there's one, just for simplicity, there's going to be one there's just going to be one project manager that we run through in this demo, and we'll basically make him be the one that runs with being texted. So in this case, I'm going to play the project manager. That will come clear when I actually do a demo once we build the full thing out. But what's going to happen is I see this agent. So when it gets triggered on a timer every hour or every day, he'll go and he'll get the daily tasks. So let's go ahead and configure this really quick. That's going to be the percent plan complete. We're going to say search so it gets all of them. And so he's going to search and get all these different tasks. And I think we want... Let's see what happens just to here. Okay, cool. So it returns an array, or 5 different items. So if what we'd want is... We could do a loop and have it message all different types of project managers. But for the sake of this demo, because we only have one Telegram channel, we're going to have it message just one person with all of these 5 different items. So what we want to do is we want to... so there's 5 different items. Maybe instead of getting all these daily tasks, we just have the agent go ahead and use an Airtable tool. And this guy will basically be able to search the percent plan complete. And we'll call this get current tasks, and we'll prompt in logic to basically say first step, get the current tasks, and then we will say then send a Telegram message. But to keep it simpler, what if we just give it message structure? So he's going to have those 5. He's going to go ahead and send a message out. Message project manager. Cool. So he'll message the project manager there. We're going to put that for now. Okay, so let's prompt in tasks. So tasks is one is call, what did I call it? So we first wanted to call the get current tasks. Get current tasks Airtable tool in order to retrieve all current tasks from the schedule. To next, create a message following the output requirements. And then I like to allude to a different section in my prompt that will actually outline what that is. So refer to output requirements. We'll say message structure or output requirements section in prompt for more info. Create a message following the output requirements in order to send a message regarding the status of these tasks to the project manager. I think it's going to be important. Actually, I was going to say like the project manager's name, but I'll prompt that in later. So we'll say just a quick tools section to give it more idea on its tools. It has the get current tasks, call this tool first, call this tool first in order to get the current tasks from the master schedule in Airtable. Return all tasks in the table, and then we'll say the we'll just give it a message structure just because there's not really other tools, but use this structured output parser to structure your output for the Telegram message to the project manager. Okay, then we're going to go to of course, a output requirements section, which we are going to go ahead and give it that. I'm going to give it a quick goals section. This is where I'll tell it to always use the correct project manager name when name at the start of your message. Always use the correct project manager name at the start of your message. This can be found in the user message. Craft an accurate and polite message asking about the status of the tasks that you find in the master schedule. Cool. We're just going to go ahead and take that and have chat help us I want to just see this output. JSON output from. Okay, so I'm just having chat. Nice, love it. Okay, we are not working. All right, I'm having it help me with creating the output requirements section, but it's being really annoying, so we're going to go to the web browser. All right, maybe that will work. I guess I don't really need 04 mini high for this. That might work. Let's see. I'm not sure if this will work. Yeah, it won't work. Because it needs to be Chat does this every damn time. It just... Okay, that actually might work. Let's see. I kind of like how it's... let's see. Oh, let's see what this looks like. On here, chat ID. Where do we get the chat ID? Oh, I think it's the name of the bot. Username was copied. Is this how it looks, perhaps? Let me go figure out why that's not working. Oh, well, I thought I fixed it, but I did not. Dude, I'm so stupid. Chat ID goes there, text goes here. Alright, that should work now. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Silly, silly, silly. Silly, silly. Okay, so here we go. Hi, I hope you're doing well. Could you please update me on the status of the following? Oh, I hate it when it does that. So if you want to switch off that message, whatever, you say append ended attribution. Boom, hit that. Okay, we're off. Okay, so what happens now? We have the worker basically pulling our data on the tasks, and it now has messaged me, the project manager, about it. Awesome, great, beautiful. Well, what happens when we get a response? So let's actually see. So in my head, once we get a response, we'll set that up for listening. We'll say, oh, actually, before we do this, actually, no, I think we're good. Let's try it. All tasks are complete. Let's just say that. I spelled it wrong, but let's see what happens. Okay, so we have that, but we actually need to store, because the agent's not going to have context on, it's not going to have context on, you know, what it's even talking about. So after, up here, we need to actually store that response or that text message. Here, table, create a record. So we're going to go over here and we are going to start blank, and we're going to call this agent conversation history. So we're just going to say, we keep this really simple for demo's sake. This is just going to act as like some type of vector database to give the agent's context. I figure we do a date. We could do an automation, but instead of having that, I think I'll just make the actual agent update that. So go there. Percent plan complete. Agent conversation history. Let's get the maps message. Let's get this guy executed all the way up until here. We'll say store conversation history. There's his message. I kind of want... I want to add a message time to give more context. So it'll just be like right here. Call that good. Go ahead and update that. Then we got to go in here and update this. Message time right there. Boom, boom. Go ahead and run this again. Message time. Go ahead in here and do create a new field. Call it message time. Create field. Cool. Let's go ahead and update that. Let's keep that in. Okay, we'll put the message there. We'll put the message time there. Let's execute it. We should see that up in here. Cool. All right, now we have something to go with. Oh, we got to remap these. Pull that from there. Okay, cool. Okay, that all works now. Fine and dandy. Let's go ahead and so let's give this tool a similar Airtable tool. So this one's going to be get chat history. And we're going to go in here and just kind of put it in the tools section already. Okay. What else are we going to need? We're going to need it to update. Oh, can it actually just get? No, it can't. Okay. I don't think we need whatever that is. Instead, what we need is another Airtable tool. And this one needs to be update tasks. Boom. We got to update the percent plain complete. It will be a create or update. This guy is going to be interesting. Maybe we'll just do search for now. Agent history there. There's going to be an issue with, as we get in more chat messages, how does it actually identify what the right chat message is? But let's cross that once we get there, which will be very soon. We have update tasks as well as a tool. Read it and weep it. Such a good snack. Okay, let's get the tasks in. So, first task is call your get chat history Airtable tool to gain context on the conversation between the project manager and you and yourself. Read the incoming message from the project manager. Read the incoming message from the message from the project manager. And then update tasks status. Update task status using your update tasks Airtable tool based on the input from the project manager. Love it. Cool. Okay, I did some more prompting. I put in the tool section tasks. So output your response based on the output requirement section of the prompt. We'll get that. Tools, get chat history. Always call this first. In order to gain context on the conversations. Update task uses Airtable tool to update the task status based on the inputs. So what we want here is definitely defined by AI. We're going to have to go ahead and change this from a single select to just normal string, so the agent can actually make changes to it. We're going to have to add a status. Or let's actually say percent plan complete. And this is where a calculation will be made. And I actually want to add a prompt section for calculating percent plan complete. And then we'll say calculate percentage plan complete based on the feedback from the project manager, and then we'll also say refer to the more info period. Output your response based on the output requirement section in the prompt. That's got to be step 5. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and plug this into ChatGPT, and we are going to see what she says. Remember, God is a woman. So this is stupid and wrong. Oh, that could be actually good. That's what we want. Output requirements. Output valid JSON only. That actually probably is not what we want, but we'll see. Okay, I'm just going to add this section into the prompt, but I am going to have to change up the data. I'm gonna have to change up the data structure because we actually need to visualize. We need to visualize it better. Or, actually, what we do is we just make it output an email. That just emails the upper rank. So, you know, say you have your corporate level project manager, and then you'll have your agent, your AI agent, and then you'll have your field level project manager. Corporate level says, hey to the agent, hey, what is our percent plan complete for this week? The AI agent goes, okay, let's figure it out. So then it will trigger this initial workflow. And then from there, it will go and handle the worker response. So it'll go and wait for that message. It'll then once that guy messages back, it'll get the data on it. It will update the tasks, their status, and then it will also run a quick calculation and store the percent plan complete one in here somewhere, maybe right here, but also send an email. So maybe instead of, we'll just say task status here. We'll say task status there. And then what we'll do is we will have we'll want this guy to basically update the tasks and then output an email format saying, hey, this is the percent plan complete for the day. That's what we'll do. And then we'll alert the PM, which is just going to my email. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we got a... Oh, that's not valid. I'll just remove that. We'll go ahead and put... that right there. Get rid of that. Go ahead and click save. Curious, we got to go to here and update it. We just wanted to update the status. So let's go ahead and see if it can get that chat history, which it should be able to. Should be updating these tasks. It's complete. Don't know why these are here. Probably need to do some better prompting and say, instead of create, we just say, sorry. Instead of create, we'll just say update. So let's go ahead and just make this update. We don't want it to create. Let's go ahead and remove all this shite. Let's see what it thinks. Cannot be processed by the service. Why could we not be processed by the service? Might just have to do a, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do a new. New table, update list. Come on. Percent plain complete. Maybe because it's hard for it to. It's hard for it to actually. It's a bug. Get off my keyboard, bro. Get out from there. Maybe it's hard for it to basically actually find the task ID. And we don't actually want it to update, but we want it to match on task ID instead of ID. Don't know why that's there. Is there even an ID? There's not even an ID. Okay. Let's see if that works. And this is supposed to be named. Oh, also it doesn't even have the user message, but I guess it doesn't really need it. Let's name it update tasks status. That should be a little bit more intuitive. Update tasks status. All tasks are complete. Let's drag that in. Let's see what happens. Complete, complete, complete. Easy. I just want to see what it outputs. We'll say, yeah, Telegram response, but then we also want the corporate email. Then we want the actual message to go here. Let's see what that looks like. I want it to be structured a bit better. It's kind of an ugly way to structure it. And that's where we use our HTML template. Which I doubt is actually going to work. Yeah, it's not structured right. Whatever. Before we fix that, I'd rather... I need to do an HTML. I need to do an HTML template if I really want it to be clean looking. Okay, I lied. I needed to switch it off from. I had it switched on HTML. I needed to switch it off and put it on text, and now it's actually coming through. I don't like how that's there. List any tasks. Okay, well, this is a super simple thing we got there. Let's go ahead and wipe this slate clean and see if we can do it from the beginning. So let's get this live. Let's go ahead and pop this over there, and then we're going to pop this guy over here. So remember, this is going to be as if I am a... can we make this go away? Can we collapse this? No. There's a lot of stuff on the screen right now. Okay, so we are going to say we want this guy to execute, so let's see what happens. So it should send me a message on Telegram. So remember, I am the project manager in this, and here we go. Hey Aiden, hope you're doing well. Could you please update me on the status of the following tasks? T23, prep walls and apply primer. So let's just say this. Hey, comma, here are the updates for the following tasks. Let's just say, let's mix it up this time. So we'll see T203 is completed. We'll see T202 is underway. T204 is not completed. T201 is completed. And finally, T205 is underway. It should be completed by the end of the day. Okay, we actually want to make sure we unpin this and then see what happens. This should be in executions. Okay. So now what we should see is hopefully an email come through once it's done. And that should actually give us the percent plan complete. We should also see it try to update here. Okay, so it already updated them there. Okay, and we should hopefully see an email come up over here. All right, this is the automated percentage plan complete report for Williams remodel project. Reporting period 25/7/10. Percent plan complete 60%. 3 out of 5 planned tasks are scheduled. So completed tasks are prep walls, apply primer coat, pour concrete. Let's go and make sure that this is actually true. So I said T203 is completed. 203 is completed. 201 is completed, in progress. Cool. I think that's a pretty cool demo. Yeah, this is a very, like, very basic demo. That's always what I do. Like when I build these systems, they're all very like, just hopefully try to get like the point across of maybe some ways that they could actually like free up some time or boost efficiency. Of course, the system as it is in its current state, that is not complete. I mean, if we actually wanted to build something like this in a deployed live business, it would be a lot more complex than this, because we would want to use an actual type of vector database. We would our codes for task IDs and different project IDs would be a lot more rigid and structured, because there's a lot of room for error when it comes to basically having the agent understand which chat message or which chat it's talking to, which project manager it's talking to, which project it's talking about, which is all very much doable. It's just a matter of time, and for the sake of this YouTube video, it's not worth it. So if you want to make it worth it, you can go ahead and reach out. I always include our Opulence Funnels Gmail at the bottom of these videos, as well as our website. Just reach out, get in contact, and we would love to consult and figure out how we can build these types of systems to solve your guys' most pressing business problems. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.